But now it's my honor to welcome Anna Maistri here. I saw Anna's work at the beautiful Small Works show at Central Park. How many people have seen that? It is astonishingly good. It is just amazing. And I go, Anna, you actually, how do you do that? So anyway, she is here to talk about how she does it and what she does and what we can do to support her burgeoning business. So Anna, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you. My name is Anna Shadina Maistri, and Shadina it's my Russian last name, and soon I will change to Maistri, and it's only want to tell you, don't be confused if you can see two names, I'm in transition time. And this presentation I would love to do as Anna Maistri. And I will tell you about my past, present, and future. And in our presentation, I will spend some time to tell my story. And on second part, I will tell you about my skill and projects and what can be useful for Fairfield. And I will finish with my big dream, a little bit share my hope. I believe that we live only in present, but our reaction and skills are determined by our past, and our intentions and aspiration are shaped by our dreams for future. And it's important to be aware, and yeah. And I will start with my story before Fairfield. And I was born in a small village in Soviet Union, and a village called Lapokhovka, and pretty often people ask me where it is, and finally I can show it's where it is on map. And if you're talking about north latitude, it's much norther than Fairfield. It's something near Vancouver, just a little bit norther. But by nature and by weather, I can see still a lot of similarity with Fairfield, and it's why when I came, and now I feel me so good, almost in my in inland when I was grown. And I would love briefly show my photo. Photo of my parents, a little bit Soviet Union, picture how Soviet Union looks in that time and right before collapse. And it's my a little bit teenager time. I really love spend time on nature, and we really have gorgeous summer, and winter was pretty cold. And for my high school, I moved to Saratov, and I take degree as robotic engineering. And after I was graduate from university, I spent half a year working on a plant as engineer. And after I understood that it's not what I want to do. And I moved to Moscow. And in Moscow, I started working in a big IT company with maybe 5,000 people. And it's really one of the biggest IT company in Russia. And we had great team. I lead pretty big project, and lead team from 3 to 45 people. And it really was so cool, and organizational culture was good. We had a lot of team building, and I really get how important when team work together towards the goal. And I think it's something that I really feel in Fairfield, not as structure as in IT company when it's much more stronger. Here it's much more about we won't do it, that we in IT company we must do it. And in a couple of years after I work in this IT company, I start make good money, and I start travel. And after my first trip to Egypt, I want to see whole world. And I had a lot of trips to Australia, Asian country, to Europe, and really it's helped me understand that world much more bigger, and the culture have them pluses and minuses for me. But when they landed and with them history, like it's make a lot of sense, and it's every time important to understand context of different culture. And in 2014, I start feel crisis, and that like this, yeah, company great, team is great, but it's not who I am. And I start looking for like what's life is, who I am, like what I'm doing here. And I find dance moving therapy classes and start like have better connection with my body. And I start do meditation, and I start with Buddhist meditation. And after I start do like more and more different like creative stuff, writing, journaling, different laboratory performance. And I really find that dancing, it's like incredible way to listen body, and that our body, it's not taxi for our mind, like it's like our partner, like for our soul, for who we are. And I find that through dance I can better connect to who I am and what's important for me in moment, and take a lot of resource for what I want to do in the world. And in 2016, I decided that I want that psychology really interesting for me, and like all my free time I spent like go to training or read different books or watch it like different video. And I decided like I want go and like take it serious. And in 31 years old, like when I was pretty successful in IT, I like, okay, it's time for me to take maybe another path for me. And I enrolled to master program and for psychology, and start learn psychology in Moscow University. And a couple months after I start do learning, I understood like, oh, I have enough money, I can quit my job. And like at that time I had enough saving, and I really would love give me this like 2 years only be student. It's like be student with like when I was much more mature. And yeah, I quit my job, and a couple weeks after I quit my job, I find some post in Facebook from my friends who told about incredible trip to Bali in Java. And I like, oh, it's so beautiful. I love Indonesia. I love Bali. And that time I one time visited, and like, but I have like so limited saving, like I cannot offer it. And at the night I had so vibrant dream when I swim with dolphin, and I understood like, no, it's something special about trip. I need to go. And like, and I really have money. Yeah, I need to be careful, but I really have money for this trip. And I went, and in this trip I met Avi. And it was really such a beautiful, incredible trip in Bali and Java. And we really like on this trip we understood that like, oh, it's some so special connection between us. And even like we from different cultures, I so barely speak English. We both like our country, and both like don't want to leave a country. Like we like, I still want to invest my energy, love, and time to relationship. And we had a year apart. When I one time visit, I 2 times visit United States. I one time visit Russia. And after he was brave enough to move to Russia, and we live, like, to help me finish my psychology degree. And 1.5 years we spent in Russia. It's a little bit like vibe of our different experience and friends. And and I finished my degrees as psychologist. I took a few courses as like narrative practice. It's another like type of specifically psychology that I practice. And I did some internship in psychology center. And in 2019, we decided that time to go to United States, and we'll see what's potential we will find in United States. And we moved to Dancing Rabbit because we was a little bit tired from Moscow, from busy city, and it's like one hour south from Fairfield. It's like Dancing Rabbit Eco Village. And it was such an interesting experience for me. And at that time, I started work much more serious with my YouTube channel, and I did like different like sewing, cooking stuff, filming and editing for Dancing Rabbit because they have some different programs and they would love to be visible too. And at the same time, like I first time did Artist Way. If you know, like this book course from Julia Cameron, and we organized like some small group, and week by week together we read every chapter, did exercise, and it was really like so important experience for me. And after this, I started a little bit more drawing and start like realize that like it's not enough be a good psychologist. Like I need, like it was so cool when I was in IT company and different people made them role, but I first time was very confused and like what? I need to do marketing, I need to do like all this like videography and like all this stuff, and at the same time accounting and designing and even directoring, like to to understand like what's important to do. And at that time, I started more and more play with my YouTube channel, and if like first like 1.5, 2 years, I had only 100 subscriber. I did like a lot of video, but it didn't move so much. Like I started play more with keywords. What's really people look for in YouTube, and like for what's kind of theme it's a lot of video, and for kind of theme like it's a lot of like requests but not a lot of video. And as you can see, like now I 2,500 subscriber. Some my video have like 44,000, and it's really like great video. People like it, a lot of good comments and thank you. And I will honest with you that other video not as bad, they good, but because like I still like try find like these right words to help audience to connect what I want tell, because like it's I feel that it's my responsibility as creator to really make this way that user can find what they look for. And be honest with like what I really want to provide. Yeah, in another video, for example, this video, it's like 19,000 and another like 1,000, but still like another video, it's like only 150. But yeah, it's interesting, like it's game. It's not guarantee result, but it has some rules, and it's interesting to play with this.
Выглядела она ужасно. Одевается как мужчина. Мы проходим мимо цветов обычно, и мы их не видим, и они остаются какими-то такими маленькими. В этом плане они ее вдохновляют, и поэтому она рисует их так открыто, такими большими, такими детальными. Всем привет! С вами подкаст «Кто это такая?» про женщин в искусстве. Мы ищем имена художниц на мировой сцене и изучаем их биографию и творчество.
И пытаемся понять, какое место эти художницы занимают в истории искусства и какое влияние они оказали и продолжают оказывать на его развитие.
Подписывайтесь на нас в вашем любимом подкаст-приложении. Наш подкаст будет выходить каждые 2 недели по пятницам.
And in 2023, I started visit Honolulu Museum Art of School, and at that time, like I really start feeling that like, oh my gosh, I really love do it. And I opened for me Linacut, and it's this kind of linoleum. Like it's a way to make a print. Use linoleum, carving it, and after like make a print and make like this for example turtle. And I'm super thankful old teacher who was in school. Really opened for me Linocut, screen printing, intaglio, and different like drawing class was incredible.
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire. She's walking on fire. This girl is on fire. Looks like a girl, but she's a flame. So bright she can burn your eyes.
And in Florida, like I didn't find some art studio near us, and I decided like, okay, like the commitment to some art studio like so far, and I can stop do it or I can open like my home studio. And I open my studio. I keep doing Linocut, and I start do it only not for joy, but a little bit like I would love to make some collection of flowers that I can sell on Etsy, and like what's kind of edition I can make, because one of the great stuff about Linocut, it's like I can make limited edition of prints, that every print still has this vibrant of handmade, but it's not only like one pieces, like, but it has limitation. And I start do more regular printing. I create collection of flowers. I open my Etsy store. I start to again work with these like keywords for searching, and I think like I can do like a little bit better, but still I'm so proud that I have like free sales at Etsy, like from not my friends, from like really people outside who find my work, and even like person have not sales and review, like people like it's enough and trust to spend than money and risk. And and right now I have like few idea what I would love to do to make it more like run better, like have like maybe stickers, something that a little bit cheaper, but at the same time I don't want like it's like my strategy. I would love keep working with Linocut. And right now I would love to talk about skill and projects, and like a little bit like summarize what's I do right now and what can be helpful or maybe interesting for you. And first, it's motion design, and
I moved to Fairfield and I love being here. I moved to Fairfield and I love being here.
And it's like one of example when like logo possible animate in like nice sweet ways that like a little bit take attention, and 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 you can see it's, for example, animation for poster of exhibition in Honolulu. And it's what's possible to do, and like much more. And I think like next video probably much bigger, and I will not risk to show it to you, but yeah, I probably. I'm so thankful. After we landed in Fairfield, like 5 days after we rent a place here, I find that in art association they had printmaking class, and in that time, of course, like I had some skills, but still, like I'm not professional. I do it only like a year, and I was so happy to connect to people and do.
I can see the sunlight up the sky in the morning. Something that I know just feels so right. It's coming back around now. It's coming back around. It's coming back around now. It's coming back around. Every time I close my eyes, I go somewhere else. Doesn't really matter at all. Those Sunday kind of mornings are all I want, for sure.
And here you can see that I show my work in Fairfield Art and Conventional Center. I usually like show my stuff on Artwalk and have a booth. And yes, this international small work show, I show my another type of media that I'm doing. It's acrylic carving, and it's a little bit like different stuff. And I can do like paper cutting too, and it looks like this too. You can check it after if you want. And I do printing on paper, for example, as like picture, and it's possible to do lino cut on fabric too. And for example, on these blues, you can see that it's same print, but it's possible like play with it, edit not only like in center, but a little bit like, oh, it's something more interesting. And it's washable. I did it a couple years ago, and you can check and touch it. And I would love keep going, play, and find what I like to do and that interesting for people too. I think like do like some more like customized clothes can be interesting, and I try find something that I will not buy a lot of clothes and after like what's to do with this, like go like make every step like pretty responsible.
Doesn't really matter where I'm from anymore. Doesn't really matter where I go.
Tell about my Instagram. I had 3 Instagram, like one my personal one, like just for prints and art, and one for like motion design. It's really like helped me like separate different audience. And in my Instagram account, I right now have like on like 169 subscribers, but you can see that like some of my video have like 7,000 views, 6,000 views, free and 3,700 views. And you can see that like another video have like some have like 300, some like 400, some again 1,000, 5,000, and it's like much more than people I have. And I still don't know sure like what's the rules of the game, but what I definitely know, it's like the content make a lot of like the content need to be clean, dynamic, and interesting, that people really like take some joy when they watch it. And second important part, it's important add like tags and different keyword that if video interesting, Instagram can in organic way promote like my video. And another key, for example, for this video, I sometimes tag, when I do art, of course I use paper from Japan or like ink from United States and another instrument. And sometimes I every time tag the vendor, and it helps sometimes when vendors see good content, like, oh, of course I will use this content too, and I like will share it, and it's how I take like these thousands of views, and it's how like a little bit more people can see content and subscribe to me. And I did like few collaboration here in Fairfield, and one, it's like I little bit help Stacy with her exhibition, and you can see that it's her Instagram. I think like since we start working together, it's like months, something like maybe a little bit less. He grew for 10% of subscriber, and I think like now when exhibition open, we can like even create much more, because like we really can show a lot of stuff. But even in that time, like before we start work, it was like 80, 44, 67 view, and when we start working, it was like almost 600, almost 800 views, and like people like it, people like share it, and when it's like good, beautiful content, it's much more easy for people like share it in natural way. And yes, some video have already like 2,000 views, and I believe that we can keep growing, and I'm so excited how her account will look in couple months. And I a little bit work with Dick DeAngelis, who making like incredible, so good documentary movie, and it was another like, after I landed and I watched Maharishi, when Maharishi came in town, I like, it's give again like this kind of feeling how Fairfield special, and how it's important like know history, know like roots. And and after I watched this movie, I only like sent Dick email and told that like I can do video, I can do motion design, I would love work with you, and I a little bit help in reenactment that we did like a couple of weeks ago, and like I was artist who made this banner and like this like whiskey that like whiskey silence that like have this little bit vibe of that time. And at the summary, I would love to say that I know it was a lot of different information from different like theme, but what's important for me to say is that I really appreciate teamwork, and I think like together we can do much more than everyone like separate, and different people have different skills. And when we work together, it's really like growing, happening much faster. I believe that structure, it's important, have a plan, have structure, and it's really support so much like growing. Creativity is so important, and like with structure still have some flexibility to change something, to adapt something, and be open to listen, like maybe time to try something. And for me, it's so important balance between spiritual and material. And material, I mean like nature, finance, body, and spiritual. It's like really like intuition, meditation, and something that much bigger than we are. And balance between tradition and progress. I think like it's so important. I don't want to say that like we need use only Linocut print and cancel all printing machine. No. Like it's really important like have this balance, and for different tasks, for different goals, use different tools. different instrument. But it's maybe not so right to say like, oh, right now we have printer and we need to cancel all this crafty stuff. Like, it's like, why we doing it? It's like, print it, make it on computer. It's different. It's really give different. And last, it's like I say appreciation, concentration. Like concentrate what you're doing, and right now when everyone won't take your attention, it can be like a little bit hard, and it's a little bit like my challenge. Don't be someone with my like a lot of views Instagram. Like like concentration important, meditation important, and time for silence important. And next slide, I would love to say about my big dream. And my big dream is craft school and retreat center. And when I first time started dreaming about that, I was in Moscow. I like it's weird, but okay, like I can keep it in mind that like I have idea. And in general, of course, it's beautiful, but how I can do it, like where I am and where like this retreat and craft center. And through moving like in United States, being different states, moving. And when I moved to Fairfield, like I started feeling, oh wow, in this town I can realize this my dream. And this town already have a lot of like it's already in the air, in the earth. I only need a little bit like structure it, promote it, invite people, learn a little bit, and do it, and it can be beautiful and win-win for everyone. And I will say that my huge influencer or like great example who doing right now in United States, it's Penland School of Craft, and they focus only on craft. And I have hope that next year I can visit them and really like visit them workshop, check how they're working, what systems they have. And it looks like they're really successful for summer season. They have like spring session, and different sessions have different duration. And for summer session, it's like 1 week or like 2 weeks workshops. And if I remember correct, I think if I remember correct, like 2 weeks workshops cost like near like 2,000. That it's like, if we can do it here, it's like I mean like it's not only like let's do something for fun. It can be good money too. And I really, another, like when I thinking about this school, one another media that like super attractive for me, it's ceramic. And when I visit Barcelona and saw all these Gaudi structure, I'm not sure, do you know who? Yeah. And I like how beautiful it is, and it's like make this kind of ceramic title and create like this Gaudi house in Fairfield that can be attractive, or like maybe it's begin like some small studio or something part of some interior or exterior, or like, and maybe in couple years we can make a building that really can show how ceramic can be like powerful, beautiful, and it's for long, like it can live long life too. And I have a lot of idea how this school can looks, and for me another important stuff is have like creative practice and practice of like meditation, connection with body, dancing. And I can see how like a lot of school only work with this kind of like hard skills, and I would love like balancing this kind of like retreat space and creative process, when like at the morning we will have like maybe half hour of some spiritual practice, and it can be like such a different like tradition. And after we go work to studio, like work with material, and in that time we can connect to material in much more aware way. and with better connection with creativity. And at the end of the day, we again can have like some spiritual practice, and maybe we have special dreams. And next day it's real. Like I really, it's my dream. Right now I feel so in touch and good connection with dream, and I will keep going. And if someone of you have some idea, or when you listen me, you're like, oh, I can. Maybe you need to connect with this person or this person, like I will thankful. And my next step from here, it's like keep growing my Etsy, keep understand how art, craft markets working. I would love visit Penland, understand how, like what kind of structures they have, because they definitely have a lot of grant money, and I will apply for some scholarship. And in the same time, they do action after like every session. They have like open like selling what's people made. They have interesting, cool structure, and I would love be in touch what they doing. And my next step, it's like for myself, make enough money in art, and after like really build a studio and start maybe with lino cut and paper making, and after like maybe organize like, for example, some incredible wood carving with Kevin and ceramic, and maybe like start like from like 2 or 3 workshops, invite people here. And I really, when I talking about school, I like much more format when it's like week or like 2 weeks longer, when people can live here. And in this case, they can feel Fairfield, like experience the town too. And at the same time, have enough experience for develop them skill and realize goals that they have. Yeah, it's my contact, and thank you.
Well, who has a question or a comment?
I actually have a request and an offer. So I see a way for you to find a niche. I know a niche that you can dominate that would give you a path to a 6-figure income and pull together all of your talents and your big dream.
What is that niche?
Is that all?
And I would just ask you to hire me to do my specialties in the marketing. And I could get you started at a reasonable price. So the niche that you have that combines your artistic talents and your even the robotics stuff, the leadership that you had in managing all of the teams, is people who are, especially men who are very, very successful, have a serious problem that leaves them suicidal at the peak of their success. And you may have seen some of that. And it's dopamine burnout, because the dopamine system actually has to stay in balance all the time, and it will reduce your dopamine receptors and just take the joy out of your life and your ability to pursue things if you do not keep that balance. And so what the people who have studied this have found is that the ones who are able to stay resilient, to keep their joy, their dopamine going, and dopamine, by the way, is often considered, we're told that it's a reward neurotransmitter. It is not that much of a reward. Endorphins are a reward. They're the opioids that come out for victory. Dopamine keeps you seeking and enjoying the seeking. So they do art. Art is what gets them balanced back and keeps them in a dopamine balance. But since you have the psychology, you did the robotics, you would be able to understand their fields, and you've gone deeply into, you have this fascination with the various kinds of art. You would be able to.
I'm going to ask you, since
I'll wrap it up.
We're running out of time, yeah.
I'll wrap it up. I'm telling her how to make 6 figures, and you want to cut me off, seriously. So you'd just be able to pull that together. Talk to me afterwards.
Yes.
Thank you.
And that actually is the purpose of this, is to find exactly this kind of connection. So well done, well done. Anyone else have any other?
Well, Anna, are you?
Yeah.
It seems like you're for hire. Is that also what you were kind of projecting there? Are you for hire for your motion design, your videography, your unique kind of niche style promotion material? It looks like you have a great way of capturing. So perhaps you're also having that as a service, or?
Yeah. It's true. It's correct. Like, I will say that I'm ready for part-time job because I already have different stuff. I still work at psychology and have my online client, but I definitely open for part-time or project focus job. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for this question.
Looks like you would be really excellent in capturing the essence of someone's project.
Thank you, Faith.
Well, that's one of the things that I was thinking of, that with all the Resilient Action Committee stuff coming up and the city needing to modernize how to enter markets and find people who want to move here, your skill, and being able to present in a really creative way. When I was at the League of Cities meeting, there is a person in Indianola who is doing this for Indianola, and the videos are so incredibly entertaining and so incredibly attractive. So I can see all kinds of opportunities there. Anyone else?
Not sure what I missed when I took the bathroom break, but I just want to make the point that there are a lot of models for you to follow for the Retreat and Craft Center. There's a lot of very successful ones, especially in the Midwest. So you don't have to invent from scratch. I think there's a lot you could just go in and mentor with them.
Yeah.
I can actually see, Anna, you putting together a little bit of a brain trust of people who have skill sets, because how many people really think that craft, the Craft and Retreat Center, I can see that happening. I can absolutely see that happening in Fairfield. And, well, Anna, thank you very much. I mean, left me with a really good feeling that we are the center of attraction for this kind of talent, this kind of creativity. I mean, it really speaks so profoundly to the ethic of our community. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.